Hello friends, this is J.V. Shivakumar. Good evening. Thanks for the continuous support and thanks for watching my videos. And so today, as requested by many people, so I like to talk about the big data application in automobile industry. Okay, so as you know, right, actually the automation industry is going, I can say, very faster and faster growth. So it requires a lot of advanced features, that is microprocessors, sensors. Say in recent foreign cars, right? Actually, say you can see the sensors, right? So for place parking, during parking, and or when nearby any vehicle is coming, then it will send an alert or a signal to the driver so that he can park the car properly, or when moving through towards the in the road. So when actually any adjacent vehicle is coming, so then actually he can take corrective action, and then actually he will ride it safely, right? And also whether the properly door is locked or not, and actually see the GPS route is properly tracked or not, whether it is showing properly. And say I can say the room, within the car temperature, room inside ambient temperature of the car, or if it is having any kind of, in some advanced cars actually, say if any bad smell in the car, actually then actually it will automatically sense that odor, and then actually it will give the indication to the driver. So now actually in nowadays actually, from the field of automation and automobile industry, say we need lot of inputs can be taken and monitored. So for doing all this, say the exact lifetime of the car, that particular vehicle, or say insurance related, or driving license related. So all this thing, right, actually for the customers, actually nowadays actually we need a huge data to be stored, right? So for the efficient I can say storage of data and everything. See, for a particular, say actually, uh, consider a customer is buying a car. So normally, actually, when he rides a car, actually he will sit in particular position or in particular direction. Actually, normally, actually, it's problem for him to turn the steering, or say actually normally he likes to listen the music. So in that cases, actually all these data can be monitored and everything, right, by the IoT devices. And whatever the IoT devices collected data, the data can be stored in the cloud and sent to the, say the, I can say, the service company or dealer company. So which then actually again will be given to the manufacturing company. So for the how the car is maintained by the particular customer, their likes and dislikes. Say they need actually the side ended window, or top handled window, all these things, right? So actually normally whether they are placing the hand in the that window or not. So how they are riding, say how fast they are riding. So all these things actually data can be captured and then stored in the big cloud of data. And then actually this is monitored by the particular as I told, the service industry, or for the persons or group of teams is doing service. So they can able to say if they are running very fast or very slow or below the speed levels or over speed levels. So we due to that actually any damage to the vehicle. So any wear and tear to the tire, or very wear and tear to the gear. So all these informations are properly monitored, and then actually then and there it is to be transmitted to the customer. So it is request actually on time reporting or sending the signal is very much required for efficient monitoring of customer care applications and everything, right? So for this actually we need to store lot of data, millions or billions of data is coming every second, right? So which can be stored in the big data cloud and then can be utilized by the say I can say the vendor or the service provider or whatever it may be. See, normally, actually, if you're running on the road, if you're riding the car on the road, so say for example, actually, the car which is moving before your car, right? So in front of that, actually, say the driver is giving a sudden brake. Then actually, if you are not knowing to that, actually, you will definitely hit that vehicle. To stop this action, actually, we have connected car functionality, which gives, say, the particular car moving before you, the particular driver is putting a sudden brake, or yeah, I mean, I can say he slows down the car speed. So immediately it will be intimated to the car coming behind that or in a successive manner. So they can able to adjust the speed, or they can able to put a, I can say, put a gear, or put a brake on that certain brake or something to avoid damage or hit, right? That is possible. And so for that, actually, for storing all the data we need big data. So big data you can store I mean, I can say billions, teras of data. So actually, the storage is unlimited now, and so these data can be controlled and processed by the Hadoop technology. So and then actually after processing, this data is analyzed by the big data analytics tool, right? So here only we have the connected functionality between the big data and Hadoop technology or functionality, or the big data analytics technology, right? The functionality. Say for example, actually, if a customer normally say using the big data, whatever data collected from the remote systems or control systems or sensor systems or through IoTs can be stored in the, as already told, can be stored in the big data. So from the big data, the particular analyst can analyze all the data, say for a particular customer's preference. So he need a black color in the car. I mean, the body of the car should be black, and then actually, say whenever is going to some particular hotel or particular ATM, so it will, if you are going to a particular way, actually it will intimate that you, if you want to drop money, the particular ATM you normally go will, it is nearer to your location, just 3 kilometers from your location. Or if you are frequently going to some hotel, so you are taking, I mean, normally you are taking some food. So say you are taking the masala dosa frequently in that hotel. Sarvana Bhavan actually is very near, 2 kilometers from this place. So you can get an idea. So all this actually, say, I can say it's a personal management kind of thing, right? So person using the personalized assistance, you can say personal assistance. You can say I can say, I mean, whether you can collect the data or not, or say actually if the petrol or diesel bunk is nearer, if you're moving every time you're petrol, you're giving petrol or using the particular petrol bank for your for fueling the car. So that is very near 2 kilometers from your place. Like that, you will get intimation in your mobile or from the car itself. You can directly get. So the taste of the music you are normally listening, so all these things will be suggested by the personalized assistance. And then traffic information, then say for example in a particular road, actually normally you're normally used to drive, right? So in that area some accident happen, or some traffic congestions happen, so it will immediately give the data to the to the nearby cars, say, asking them to take an alternative path, alternative route, to avoid wastage of time for waiting, for clearing the traffic and everything. And also it will send the data to the traffic control systems or police, I mean actually the traffic constable or police system, so that actually the particular road is blocked by the heavy lorry or water lorry or kind of accident happens. So due to that, no vehicle is moving, everything is stagnated, so traffic is totally blocked. So please come and clear that, or actually make the lorry to the accident vehicle actually to move from the particular location, to make the traffic to move on either side. Actually the vehicles is say for example it is waiting for many times, right, many hours. So immediately it will inform the corporation people to bring down the crane and ask them to remove that particular vehicle. And then actually so that those who are waiting, they can get the information that actually it is totally blocked and take the alternative route. So these kind of facilities are available. And so particular, say for example, actually you need to pay the insurance for your car, and you have not paid for more than a year, then automatically it will tell actually say you need to pay the insurance and everything. And for example, if say it will even monitor, say these IoT sensors and everything, right, it will check the speed, right. So if you're driving the car in a very smoother way, you're driving and applying the gears in a proper way and without any rash driving, then there is a chance for increasing your insurance premium and everything. So you will get benefit. Or otherwise the system can found you are a rash driver, you are not handling properly or not doing maintenance properly, then at the time there is a chance for increasing your, I can say, increasing your premium, all these things. I mean the interest you need to pay, everything to be high. And if you are properly doing that, actually then they will try to reduce the insurance amount and everything. So the insurance premium will be getting less, and so there is a chance for that, right. So we have the concept called the smart cars. So the smart car actually, the one car which is activated with the smart card can communicate with the other car, have been activated with the smart card functionality. So like a human being, I mean between the two can communicate with each other on particular thing. Like cars also can communicate with each other, say this particular road is totally blocked, say but the first car is moving near to the accident point, it immediately sends successive cars or connected cars, right, so that actually do not come to this road, you can take a different route. Actually once you come into near to the accident place, you cannot take a diversion, or you cannot turn your car back, because actually a lot of vehicles will come behind you. You cannot turn at any side, you will become, I mean, freeze, right. So there is a chance for suggesting an alternative route on the spot. And then say for example, as already told, actually the driver who is riding before your car can put an apply an immediate sudden brake, then actually you can immediately get this notice. So the transmission of data between the two cars is much more faster than expected. Otherwise, I mean actually there is no use in transmitting data after the accident has increased. So once you going behind that particular car, so if you hit, mean actually if the particular driver in the first car applies a sudden brake, then second car will hit the in the back of that the first car. So the accident will happen. So to avoid this, the first car immediately should transmit the data to the second car as early as possible to avoid I mean hitting of vehicles, right. So that is important to avoid accident. And then we have discrete short range communication systems are available. So it is now more or less like mobile phones which can transmit the data, say even without I can say cell phone, or without kind of a cell tower, right. Actually say for operating a cell, right, actually you need a cell tower to communicate between two different cells mobile. You need mobile tower or cell tower. So we cannot place the mobile or cell tower throughout the city, right. Actually due to constraints, due to the say buildings already developed in that place, you cannot construct a cell tower there. So in order to avoid or a workaround for the cell tower, you can work through the Wi-Fi kind of thing or Bluetooth kind of thing. So actually the cars can be communicated immediately as soon as possible to avoid damages or unforeseen circumstances. This will be definitely helpful for everyone, right? Actually, so this is a good technology to be followed without say the cell tower. You can communicate through the Wi-Fi. So we have a new technology called in the smart cards, right? The transfer between the transfer of data between the cars I told. So this is connected through the 5G network, say same like the your mobile network. So we need a 5G network tower. So this is again a cost consuming activity. So a lot of measures are required for constructing 5G towers in and around the city. And say to avoid this, actually we are using for the DSRC, that is direct storage range communicator, direct short range communicator, which uses Wi-Fi and replacing the 5G towers and everything. Okay, and then actually say if a consumer is ordering or a customer is ordering a particular car, like say Nissan or Ford kind of thing, so they need this particular colored car. The body of the car should be black, and then actually it should be fit with a different set of headlight or fancy headlight, and this bonnet and back arrangement should be having this much length. So the glass should be black or white, or cooled glasses and everything. And the seat should be more adjustable, like horizontal movement or vertical movement or side by side movement. So the distance between the steering and the car should be have some distance. And then actually the brakes and accelerator clutch should be properly aligned, so that actually the user can easily drive the car. And then actually he needs a particular say fragrance bottle to be placed in the front of near to the steering. And then he needs some particular Bosch kind of speakers to hear the music. And normally he needs some love songs or different songs, devotional songs while riding the vehicle. And so the even actually the architecture or design of the car, everything can be monitored from the end customer choice, and will be intimated to the manufacturing unit or the dealer. So who is doing that, so the dealer can, once after getting the details from the big data, and they can intimate the manufacturing unit. So normally our region customers will need prefer this type of car arrangment. So back seat to be this much angle, and should be movable, and actually which can be easily controlled by the remote operating systems. We need GPRS or GIS tracking systems, and we need actually sensors for if any particular adjacent cars are coming, it should be notified to the driver. And so all these actually sensors and everything, right? So pressure sensors or temperature sensors there to the radiator. So immediately it should we need some coolant or cooling, or car needs some actually a stoppage, so which prevents overheating of the machines or motors. And we need in top, actually we need glass windows to stand while driver is riding, the traveler can stand and enjoy the forcefully movement of fast movement of car and getting a good breeze. So then I can say the door should be opened in the backward or front direction, or a top down movement. So then the dicky part should have this much space, and it should accommodate this much capacity of goods. The travelers goods and everything. And actually you should be associated to the other environmental or natural elements which destroys the particular car or its architecture or its paint. So actually So how to drive without getting a scratch in the heavy traffic, and say which track we need to follow. Say in US kind of countries, right? They are having 5 lanes actually for moving from one place to another, and in opposite side, in that side there is a 5 lane. So totally 10 lanes will be there. So each lane will have some speed limit, 20 kilometer, 40 kilometer, 60 kilometer, 80, 100 something. So you need to drive in that particular speed only. Do not, I mean, you should not actually drive slowly or fastly. If you are doing that, violating the speed limits, then you will be charged by the patrol police, and they will say, even though they are not in the road, actually the machine will sense, CCTV or machine will send, speed limit sensor will sense that, and then actually it will send a mail or message to your mobile, and then actually you will on the next immediate day. I mean, you will get a notice from the police department, and then you need to pay the fine for this over speeding. And if you did the accident and without stoppage, so without stopping you are moving, then actually this will be taken care by the sensors and everything, which will scan the data and sends to the traffic department, and immediately the police will cancel your license, and you need to wait for 5 more years to get a license. Then you need to again take the license test and everything, and then the road transport officer or RTO will acknowledge your driving skill, and then only again you will get a driving license. Sometimes actually they will totally cancel for whole of your life, right? Actually, there is a chance for that. So if you're doing rash drivings and everything, and actually you need in the medical informations to be shared with the traffic department. So your blood pressure, your heartbeat, everything will be monitored, and then actually the car will suggest that so you are having blood pressures. Please take pills in a particular time, or you are having a lot of huge or drop in pulse, something like that. Your oxygen level in the body is decreasing, or say you are doing drunken drive. So actually do not drive when you are in drunken mode. So actually so ask them to stop the car and park it in a lane and take rest. Like that actually you will get a lot of information, and this simultaneously it will be this message, drunken drive message will be transmitted to the nearby police station or nearby patrol police. They immediately come and charge you and cancel your license and everything. So if you are violating for more than some predetermined or determined times, if it costs, if you are violating more than 3 times, then your license will be cancelled, or sometimes you will be sentenced to jail, right? That is also possible. So, or so with a heavy fine also possible. So if even if you are going to the court, actually you cannot, no one can support you. Okay. And these automated all the systems of tracking of data can be stored in the big data, and as already told, the big data will have a control and processing time. So that is nothing but it is working on the Hadoop technology. So and then the stored data can be processed, and the stored data can be stored the data can be stored in the big data, and the stored data will be processed by the Hadoop's technology, Hadoop software, and after the processed data can be analyzed by the big data analytics systems. Okay, that is very important. And so nowadays actually for big data we need say big sized storages and everything that cloud can satisfy the requirement. And when you are saying about big data, we have 5 different V's, that is volume, how much volume it can take or it can store, and then variety. So whether it is a structure or a non-structured format. So structured format in the sense photos, videos are structured, and non-structured means text format, all these things, right? So what type of data it is handling and stored. And then we have velocity, so how much speed it will process. And then actually veracity, so the truthness of the stored data, so whether it is a true one or not, whether it is reliable or not, so it can verify. and then value. So after the analysis and everything done, so we need to estimate the value for the particular data stored and processed and controlled. So these are the different 5 E's, right? Actually, in the big data is mentioned, and all this processed data, processed by Hadoop technology and Hadoop software or something, and all this analyzed, all this processed saved data can be analyzed by the big data analytics too. So again, I'm saying, because to make you to understand the concept of big data and big data analytics tool, and then actually the different 5 E's, then actually the Hadoop technology. So these are very essential. And in case of automobile industry, I already told, the collected millions or trillions of data can be monitored and structured or processed by the manufacturer or a dealer or a third party vendor or a service station. So they can easily intimate that, actually, say in a service station kind of thing, actually they can intimate you, do not go in a particular high speed, or actually please give your vehicle for service, because there should be definitely a wear and tear in the internal parts or machine shaft or a gear shaft kind of thing. So please take your car, bring your vehicle for maintenance, we will set it right and then actually make you hassle free environment. So these are the actually these. So when doing this analysis and everything, this means actually the data is collected and stored in the big data cloud, and then controlled and processed by the Hadoop, and then actually the processed data will be analyzed by the big data analytic tool, and then sent to the beneficiary who is looking for the data. So nowadays, actually, data is very important. So the entire world is, occupied with data, trillions and trillions and trillions of data. So we cannot live without data. So big data tool is a gift to the data. So actually, I can say, if you are using big data, both good and bad are there. Good is a thing, actually you are storing a lot of data, and all the trillion data will be in the tip of your finger. So you can easily control, access, optimize, or I can say you can help your end user to take decisions. So but when coming to badness, yes, actually if you're collecting the data of a particular individual person, if you are sharing, analyzing, processing all this data, would not be a good, and it will definitely affect his, I can say, his personal life, his personal space. So everything will look in, every person will look into his life. So there is no space of freeness for the particular person. Again, actually the individual's life will be, that freedom and everything will be affected. So this is a bad about actually the big data. So we need to normally use a technology is a I can say is a blessing, but actually whether it is taking it in a positive or negative, so that depends on the individual minds or man's mind. If you are taking in a bad way, again it is a bless to the humanity. So we need to make all the technologies which are giving more merit or benefit or blessings to the humanity. So think on that. And so this is about the concept of big data. So big data will have trillions or trillions of data. So you can handle and analyze or monitor, control all these things at a single fingertip. So there is no delay in processing. So processing is much more faster, and so you can do whatever thing you want. Actually, say this big data can be used in, I can say, the pharma industry, life science, then space research, science and technology, and then actually hospitals, patient monitoring systems, banking systems, banking and finance, and then agriculture, and then actually for doing geographical information systems, for metrology labs, and then automobile, I already told. So the application is endless. So because actually data is more required, we need lot of millions or trillions of data to be stored and processed, controlled, and retrieved whenever required. So I hope actually the data I mean I have shared related to big data will be more useful for each and everyone. Thanks for watching my videos. This is GV Shokmal signing off. Thanks.